As you most likely know, the song Total Eclipse of the Heart is very important to LeakyCon, and LeakyCon is very important to the Harry Potter fandom, so therefore, because of math, Total Eclipse of the Heart is very important to the Harry Potter fandom, and I'll tell you why, because you may not have realized this. Total Eclipse of the Heart is about Harry Potter. Bear with me here because this is something I've given a fair amount of thought to, and once you put it all together, it is delicious. And if you don't believe me, ask the dishes. Let's start at the beginning. The first lines of the song, "Every now and then I get a little bit lonely and you're never coming around," is obviously referring to Harry under the staircase in the cupboard being alone and knowing that his parents are never going to come for him, which is a sad place to start, but don't worry, it'll get more sad. The next line is actually kind of uplifting. He gets tired of the sound of his own tears, which if that isn't the most emo lyric of all time, I don't know what is, but he gets tired of the sound of his own tears and decides to Gryffindor the fuck up. He goes to Hogwarts and gets sorted into Gryffindor. Let's fast forward a bit to where most of the song takes place, which is during the Battle of Hogwarts. I need you now tonight, I need you more than ever. This is the moment that Harry's been waiting for his entire life. This is Harry's chance to come through because they have never needed him more than they do tonight. If the Wizarding World needs Harry, then Harry needs his friends because they will be holding on forever. Ron and Hermione, that describes them perfectly. Think about the end of book 6 where Harry says he's gonna go off on his own and Ron's like, "Nah, mate, that would be wicked, stupid. Why would you follow the spider?" He says something very, he says, "I'm not going to let you go alone." Harry could have said, "I'm going to go hunt Horcruxes," and Hermione could have answered, "Together we can take it to the end of the line." And now we're getting to something real. Your love is like a shadow on me all of the time, which is like Lily's love for Harry protecting him his whole life. Wait, or even better, Harry's love and sacrifice for everyone in the Wizarding World, which his love then protects them like a shadow. I get a little terrified and then I see the look in your eyes, which if that is not a direct reference to Harry walking through the forest alone and being terrified of his fate, and then seeing the look in his parents and Lupin's and Sirius's, you know, ghosty, wispy eyes and feeling comforted because they're there with him, I get a little terrified. Then I see the look in your eyes. Ah, come on. Perfect. I don't know what to do, I'm always in the dark is a reference to Harry usually not knowing what he's doing and being in the dark. Maybe he's in the dark because Dumbledore doesn't tell him his plans. He's in the dark from Dumbledore's master plan. He doesn't know. Or maybe it's about Cornelius Fudge. You know, he is always in the dark. He doesn't believe that Voldemort's back. Huh? He's in the dark and he doesn't know what to do. We're living in a powder keg giving off sparks. The end of book 4, book 5 time period. The war is coming and they're giving off sparks. They're shooting off red sparks. It's red, there you go. They're shooting off red sparks, asking for help, and Cornelius Fudge is giving them nothing until he has to accept it. He has to accept Voldemort's back, and he's like, he's back. Forever is going to start tonight. The Battle of Hogwarts. Whatever happens that night is going to determine the future of the Wizarding World forever. The forever happily forever after, or unhappily forever after, with no noses and just fascism. These are two choices. These are your choices. Very well-dressed fascists, forever with no noses, or, you know, freedom. I'm team Harry Potter on that one. And this is where we get to the bright eyes. The bright eyes that keep coming up. The bright eyes that Snape loved. Spoiler alert. Snape loved Lily's eyes, now Harry's eyes, and he's saying, "Turn around, bright eyes." He's referring to his bright green eyes. He says, "Turn around, bright eyes. I want to give you my memories so you'll know what's going on. Here are my memories." Here's a gem from the original version of the song that a lot of people do not know. There's a line that says, "I feel like I'm helpless, like a child in your arms." Like, maybe like Harry Potter being carried by Hagrid back to the castle when everyone thinks he's dead. He's like a child, just like Hagrid carried him as a little baby. Think about that. Think about those parallels. You'll never be the boy you always wanted to be, but Harry Potter, our Harry Potter, is burdened with glorious purpose, and he has to be the hero. That's not who he wanted to be, it's who he is. He'll never be the boy he always wanted to be because he is the boy who lived. The whole story of Harry Potter is about love and Voldemort's resurgence trying to block out that love, the bright light of love, but he fails. He fails because, you know, because it would be a terrible story otherwise. There's no one in the universe that's as magical and wonderful as you. Well, of course not. He's Harry freaking Potter. Magical. It's right in the lyrics. Magic. We will only be making it right. That is it. They make things right. Harry and Hermione and Ron and the DA and the Order and the good guys, that's what they do. They make it right. So my friends, what I'm saying is that there is a total eclipse of the heart happening as Voldemort almost wins, but then, though he has the chance to run away, he turns around. That's right, our Harry Potter, our bright eyes, turns around. All he had to do was get on a train in the King's Cross station in his mind and he would be done with it. Turns around and he allows love to shine through and defeat the total eclipse because every eclipse ends. It's only a temporary thing, just like Voldemort's rise to power, or his attempt to rise to power. And it was a temporary thing because love, the heart, the shiny love heart sun, always shines through. So I say to you, let's all turn around, let's all be like Harry, let's all be bright eyes. Because forever is gonna start tonight. I hope you're having a swell day, and until I see you next, be brilliant.